Hello everyone and welcome to another ROFFS update video. We'll be taking a look at the southeastern area in this video. Today is October 6th, 2025. Keep in mind the images used here today are a couple days old. So we're starting off with some sea surface temperature imagery. We can see the Gulf Stream core in various shades of orange here today. Down by the Florida Keys, it may still be as high as 87 degrees. All the way up by Cape Hatteras, we're probably getting closer to 84, but for the most part 85 to 86 degrees Fahrenheit for the Gulf Stream. Main feature in this area, as often is the case, is a series of small counterclockwise eddies which are moving up the inshore edge of the Gulf Stream. We'll start down in the Florida Keys. Can't really see a whole lot down there, particularly in sea surface temperature. It's just warm. Moving up to South Florida, that's where we start to see these small counterclockwise eddies beginning to form. They tend to get larger as we move further north, so there's a whole series of them back to back. And when that's the case, we usually are just looking for this edge here, which is where the eddies are bringing in that Gulf Stream water, and it's meeting the much cooler inshore water. So that's the edge we're after. It also looks like just a little further inshore, for anyone fishing inshore, we can see another temperature break in there with the much cooler water along the beaches. Just popping over to the eastern side, we can see a nice counterclockwise eddy, something like that, in the Walker's Cay corner area down there. Moving north along the eastern side of the Gulf Stream, we've got a clockwise eddy there, and a nice strong temperature break on the eastern side off of North Florida up here, southern Georgia. Okay, continuing north, we do actually have another clockwise eddy kind of within the Gulf Stream there, so that's going to redirect the flow a little bit in that area. And then, like I was saying, the eddies start to get much larger. We can see one big eddy here, one big eddy here, and both of these are bringing warm, clean water inshore along their filaments there, and then pulling the cooler water offshore in their wake. Let's see, if we go a little further north, again, we have a clockwise eddy on the eastern side here, and then it looks like a smaller counterclockwise eddy on the inshore edge of the Gulf Stream. We have a really strong temperature break because we have the warm Gulf Stream coming up, and it's meeting this much cooler inshore water in the Cape Hatteras Oregon Inlet area. So we're going to take a look now at the ocean color imagery, because I think it makes things a lot easier to see. Again, we'll start down in the Keys area. Not a whole lot we can make out here, had some clouds in the way. In the South Florida area, you can see, I didn't label these, but these small eddies starting to form in here. And then, like I was saying, as they go north, they tend to get larger. So you can see some really well there. It shows up nicely in the ocean color. Just like we were talking before, this is the main edge, so we see it in both ocean color and in the temperature. That's where that Gulf Stream water and the inshore eddy filaments are meeting the cooler green inshore stuff. So it looks like it's between 30 to 50 fathoms for the most part in the central to North Florida area. Back on the eastern side, we can really see that counterclockwise eddy. It's pulling a little bit of blue-green water out that way and then pulling clean water in, so that's forming some nice edges. We can also see this edge here, and so that's where the clockwise eddy on the eastern side of the Gulf Stream is meeting this much bluer offshore water on the eastern side. So again, this lined up with a nice temperature break, so nice strong edge there. Okay, moving north a little bit. So of course, very easy to see. In ocean color, we've got these same two big eddies here. And those are definitely the main feature in this area. You can also see a color change here where we've got some bluer water well offshore. And then looking inshore, we have this, I'll call it green to blue-green edge that's well inshore in these areas that might be of interest. Okay, moving up, we have that really strong temperature break that we talked about, also showing up in ocean color where we have the really cold green water up here off of the Oregon Inlet area. And then we can see this clockwise eddy on the eastern side here is sort of messing things up, pulling some dirtier water offshore. It is making a nice strong edge, but that edge is kind of way out there. So I think that is it for this area. Keep in mind all of this stuff is moving along with the Gulf Stream. If you're thinking of heading out there, be sure to head to our website, ROFFS.com, and order the appropriate area for the appropriate day. And we look forward to helping you out. Good luck out there.